Changes are normal, if not expected, over periods of time. What is around us change. People change. We change mentally and physically as we gain new experiences. What doesn't change though, is that we're always searching for joy, happiness, a good time. People are notoriously unreliable when it comes to delivering this kind of joy. They are going through their own changes in lives. But what doesn't change, or even have a life of its own, are roller coasters. As of making this video, I have not been to Six Flags in many months. This is for a few reasons, which I will get into later. But the bigger idea here is that I'm not even upset by this. I remember when Magic Mountain had the holiday drive-thru during COVID, the tears kept coming as I pressed my face against the window. And now that I haven't been to the park in a much longer time than that, I feel no sadness at all. I no longer daydream about coaster trips or Magic Mountain getting a giga. Now it's more about girls and money. In today's video, I'm going to dive into what I feel like is a general vibe in the coaster community right now. Losing interest in roller coasters. I'm going to break down why this is happening and what can be done if something should be done. And I'll take a deeper dive away from roller coasters and discuss how to deal with changes and learn about yourself in the process. Let's get into it. If you can't tell by my voice, I'm kinda on the younger side of things, but it used to be way crazier. Listen to one of my earlier videos.
Only thing we're missing is a B&M Giga. Come on, Six Flags, do it for your flagship park.
As you can probably imagine, a lot has happened to me since I made that. Some good, a lot not, but it doesn't really matter, it's life. The teen years are a time of extra crazy change, but I don't just want to talk about puberty and all that stuff and lose my more mature audience. Changes happen to everyone at any stage of life. I'm sure everyone's heard the good old parents saying, it's just a phase. And wow, they were right about more than I thought. But I think there's a few things to unpack here. First, phases can be good, bad, or neither. What I mean by this is the impact they have on your mental health. For example, I would consider roller coasters to be a positive phase. It gave me something tangible to look forward to, and something I could consistently rely on to bring me joy. That's hard, if not impossible, to find. An unhealthy phase, for example, is being obsessed with shoes. This goes back to the whole other people will always disappoint you sort of thing. The shoes are for other people to think a certain thing about you, whereas roller coasters are completely selfish and self-centered, which in a way is a beautiful thing. So when we enter a phase, there are 3 courses of action. First, let's recognize that the phase is actually happening, and whether it's good, bad, or neither. Then you can decide whether you should further the phase, let the phase run its course, or try to get out of the phase as fast as possible. I think for roller coasters, I sort of let things run their course because I failed to identify roller coasters as a good phase. So with this all being said, it sounds like my interest in roller coasters was just a phase that has now passed. Well, that's a little bit true. I'm the sort of person where when I get really interested in something, it turns into the center of my life, whether for good or for bad. Roller coasters were the center at one point. Literally the only thing I would think about were roller coasters. And while that may never be the case again, I want to make roller coasters a part of my life. Maybe at a smaller scale this time, and just going to the park occasionally with friends, or maybe on a short trip with my mom for old time's sake. I think the benefits of this could be huge, because it would bring in a sense of stability to tie me down to a time when everything seemed more stable. It would connect me to a past self that seems to have disappeared. The reason I wanted to say this is because I think it's important not to let go of passions that brought true joy, and roller coasters are that in the purest form. No alcohol, drugs, or girls, just the wind in your hair and the flies in your face, especially if you're on Millennium Force. To everyone watching this who may have lost interest in roller coasters, another hobby, or maybe is just experiencing some kind of tough time, let's all try to remember what made us happy at some point, and do the best we can to replicate those moments. I haven't invented the time machine yet, so we can't really go back. But let's treasure those past moments and try not to be sad that they're over. Life is full of twists and turns, just like a roller coaster. And ironically, the word roller coaster is often used to describe a crazy time, but it's just the opposite. Roller coasters bring consistent stability and joy unlike anything else. I'll keep you guys updated, and as of now, I will continue to upload just as school is getting crazy. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see everyone in the next video.